that they're lame babies, until Patrick mentions that he's going to go see a movie at the reef. If you watch the fish in the rows behind them, you'll notice that in the Season 2 episode. In today's video, we're going to be going over 7 more editing and animation errors from SpongeBob that you might have missed. Before we get started though, leave a comment down below, letting us know who your favorite SpongeBob character is. Also, while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, that way you enter in to our monthly shoutout giveaway. In the Season 2 episode, Something Smells, SpongeBob gives himself a case of terrible breath with his ketchup, onion, and rotten peanut sundae. He can't figure out what's making everyone run away when he tries talking to them, until he bumps into Patrick, and the two decide that he's repelling everyone just because he's ugly. After Patrick helps SpongeBob come to terms with being ugly, they decide to go see a movie at the reef. If you watch the fish in the rows behind them, you'll notice that a couple of them change colors during this scene. The one on the left goes from green to red, and the one on the right goes from blue to green and back to green again. Talk about an identity crisis.
Hi. I'm very ugly, but you should enjoy the movie anyway. Excuse me, sir. I hope my horrible ugliness won't be a distraction to you.
In the classic SpongeBob movie, the one from 2004, the best one, SpongeBob and Patrick both get triple gooberberry sunrises, and proceed to eat them with so much enthusiasm that ice cream starts splattering everywhere. During this scene, we can see bits of pink ice cream flying around, along with some syrup, cherries, and other parts of the gooberberry sunrise. But the sundaes themselves look to be completely made with white ice cream, or vanilla ice cream.
Okay, see ya.
And here's your triple gooberberry sunrise, sir. There you go.
Woo!
In the Season 3 episode, Midlife Custodian, Mr. Krabs is starting to feel very insecure about being old. So, when he overhears that SpongeBob and Patrick are going out partying later that night, he decides to get in on the fun. But their fun activities turn out to be a little different from what he was expecting, not giving him that wild and crazy, hot-blooded feeling he was chasing. He's had enough and decides that they're lame babies, until Patrick mentions that he's going to miss the panty raid. So, the laughing trio creeps into a window, apparently somewhere that SpongeBob and Patrick have raided pretty often before. The terrible twist is that this room actually belongs to Mr. Krabs' mother, Betsy. Now, we normally see Mrs. Krabs with a head of fluffy hair to distinguish her as an old lady crab. But in the shot where she tells Mr. Krabs to go to his room, her hair is mysteriously missing.
Frilly things! We hit the jackpot!
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs!
I feel young again!
Eugene?
Mother?
What are you doing with my bloomer?
Go to your room, mister. You're grounded for the rest of the night.
In the episode Mermaid Pants, SpongeBob and Patrick dress up as the superheroes, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and pretend that Squidward's house is the secret lair of an evil villain. As you can probably guess, Squidward is not down to play along, but they declare him to be the villain Dr. Negative and continue to annoy him even at work. After SpongeBob and Patrick make a huge mess at the Krusty Krab and end up driving out all the customers, Mr. Krabs reveals he's a comic book lover and decides to fight back. He breaks out his Captain Nightwad costume and gets Squidward to play the Dr. Negative role by his side. Things start to get real at the Krusty lair, with Patrick and SpongeBob trapped and on their way to become. During the scene, Squidward really gets into his evil role, and while he's doing his evil laugh, there's a brief moment where you can see his head duplicated on top of itself.
You two have us here in this cage over a pool of boiling oil. Now that is a crime. Now you can let us out so we can fight.
Oh, I don't think we're going to do that. Now, as Dr. Negative, I shall finally exact my exquisite revenge!
Today, I am giving you 3 reasons why Telemobile might be the perfect carrier for you and your next cell phone plan. I'm Sherry, your telecom expert with Whistle Out. Let's go. Telemobile is an MVNO, or a mobile virtual network operator. Now, these MVNOs are smaller carriers that rent space on major carrier networks and then offer service for a much cheaper price. In this case, Telemobile runs off of T-Mobile's network. So you get the exact same T-Mobile coverage as T-Mobile customers, but for a much cheaper price. We're talking hundreds of dollars cheaper if you have multiple people on a line. But here are the 3 reasons why you should switch to Telemobile. Reason number 1 why Telo might be the perfect plan for you is that they have incredibly low cost plans. Now, 2 of my favorite of their low cost plans are the 2 gig and the 5 gig plans, coming in at $10 and $14 a month. Now, even if you were to get a limited data plan on any of the major carriers, including T-Mobile, it would not be that cheap. So I do appreciate that they keep the prices low here. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more data, well, I have good news for you because their unlimited plan is still incredibly low cost, coming in at $25 a month for 35 gigabytes of high-speed data, then your speeds will be throttled. So wherever you land on the spectrum of low or limited data to unlimited data, Telo has great plans for you. Reason number 2 to switch to Telemobile is that they offer incredible parental controls on every plan. You don't have to get any specific plan. Now, Telemobile offers 2 different types of parental controls. We have WebGuard and Safe Search. Now, specifically, WebGuard limits types of content, while Safe Search limits the search results your child will find on search engines like Bing, Google, or DuckDuckGo. Now, one thing to keep in mind with these parental controls is that they will work, but only while using Telo data. Once your child moves to Wi-Fi, these parental controls no longer work. Reason number 3 is that Telemobile is constantly upgrading the types